Hey, what's up, guys? This is Sharday with Third Generation Conjure. We're coming back with another video. I decided to circle back on protection work. I know we did a week and we briefly discussed some different aspects regarding protection, but with everything that's going on right now, I think it's, something good, and it's a good topic that we need to discuss and a good topic that we need to talk about. So I did want to circle back and, just give some things that I have thought about with this whole situation that's been going on with this coronavirus. I'm going to speak about it a little bit. I'm not going to make this whole video about this, but I do feel like, with everything that's going on, we do need to make sure that we're staying cleansed, and most definitely make sure that we're staying protected and we're protecting our families. Okay, so with this coronavirus, my mom is very clairvoyant. Okay, so for the last, I don't know, 6 7 months, maybe a year, she has been telling me and my husband and my dad, she was like, I just feel like we need to stock up and we need to get canned goods and we need to do this. And everybody was kind of like, okay, she's gonna be one of those prepper types. But I say that to say too, we kind of brushed it off and was like, okay, okay, mom. But when something is telling you something, especially when you feel it wholeheartedly, it's important to listen to that voice that you may say that's in your head. That's either you being clairvoyant and maybe your spirit guides talking to you, maybe your ancestors who are reaching out to you. So just make sure that we are paying attention to those voices that are talking to us. Okay. I also did some tarot readings at the beginning of this year for the different zodiac signs, and I went back and looked at them because a lot of people, they'll come to me and say, "Hey, what did you mean about this situation and so forth?" But I did so many readings, and I do so many readings daily, that I have to go back and I have to look at it and I have to refresh myself on those as well. Like, for instance, I look back at the cancer reading, and one of the challenges for a lot of cancers this year was travel. And and I just thought that was interesting, and I know a lot of people, it's kind of making sense and is making more sense to them now, especially when those challenges are coming up. And and I'm not going to do a reading on this virus and what's going on. I know there's so many different theories and things that people are saying. I did do a personal reading, just for me, and just to see what was going on. And I'll go over some of that. I'm, like I said, I'm not going to do a reading here, but I'll go over some of the things that my cards and my ancestors revealed to me while I was doing that reading. Like, for instance, I pulled a card and I asked, you know, how is this virus? How is it spreading so quickly? I mean, we know, everybody says wash your hands and so forth, but I just wanted to get a more detail. So the card that I picked, I drew for that represented travel, and it was travel, mostly business travel, vacations, things of that sort. So that was clarification for me as far as how this virus is spreading so quickly. It's just people in and out of countries, people going around the world on vacations, on business related trips, so forth. I also did a card as to why this is happening. I try not to, and most people shouldn't either. Generally, when something happens, it normally happens for a particular reason. Okay, so my mom and I, even before I did this reading, we were discussing it, and she said, I feel like it's a reset. And I said, you know what? I think you're right. I feel like it's a reset for everyone to, if you're not at that level, to elevate, and for everyone to be on the same level. So even with that, I asked the question, like, what's the purpose of this happening? Like, what lessons do we need to learn behind all of this that is going on? And the card that I pulled for that represented getting what you deserve, generosity, learning, appreciation. Even with all of this going on, the main people that a lot of people look down on as far as in our society are the main ones that's having to get us over this hump. you're looking at the nurses, you're looking at the first responders, you're looking at, you know, sanitation workers and so forth, uh, people that work in fast food, people that work in restaurants, even retail workers, a lot of people that kind of shade them or look down on them. These are the main people that you need to support you and help you out through this time. And, you know, as far as the piece of getting what you deserve, you know, a lot of people throughout this world and even throughout our country, you know, we're getting some karmic balance back. You know, people are on the same level as of right now. You know, a lot of businesses having to shut down, a lot of people having to close their doors on their businesses, which, you know, I feel, you know, for those people, you know, especially when you have a family to feed and, you know, your business is shut down. But, you know, I feel like it's a reset. So, you know, this is your time. If you have something going on, this is your time to elevate. Okay, and then I did you know, just a general card on how can we protect ourselves for this, or what's the cure for this. Not necessarily giving you a medicine or something for this, but, you know, how can we protect ourselves from this? And what I got, the card that I got for that represented energy. Okay, so I truly feel, and this is just my opinion, I feel like your energy too is going to determine how you're affected by this. You know, if you're one of those people who dedicate every waking second to the media and every waking second to consuming your life with this, then whatever you put your energy into is going to manifest even more. Okay, so, you know, just protect your energy. You know, if you have to shut that TV off, shut the TV off. You know, I may turn on the news just to check. I don't really watch the news, and I actually got my husband and my mom to get off the news. Well, she really didn't watch it anyway, but, you know, we'll check and see, you know, what's going on in the world, but I don't sit there and consume myself with it every day. So, you know, I think we need to protect our energy, and I think we just need to use this time to, you know, spend time with your family, slow down, take a break, you know, work on your goals and things that you need to work on, you know. You know, no excuses. If you didn't have time to do this and pursue this goal, then right now you got perfect time. You can't go out on the weekends. You're sitting in the house. Do something productive in your life. Okay, so I just wanted to come on. That was just a little spiel that I wanted to talk about. You know, as far as everything that's going on, because I know a lot of people are affected. Mostly everyone in the world is affected in some kind of way behind what's going on. So, you know, I just wanted to offer some encouragement and, you know, some of the things that I've been thinking about as far as this situation is concerned. You know, what seems to us as bitter trials is sometimes a blessing in disguise. Okay, but I did want to just go over, especially with all of this going on, like I stated, I wanted to go over some different things we can do as far as protecting ourselves and keeping our families protected. And I tell a lot of people a lot of times, you know, I'm constantly, you can say I'm the biggest person that's going to tell you to cleanse and protect all the time, because I'm big on that. And, you know, even with protection, you have to have layers of protection. And, you know, some people may not know what that means. So I'm just going to briefly, you know, just describe it for you. You know, you have different things that you do. You know, if you take a cleansing bath, I said, okay, anoint, replace something with that cleansing bath, replace it, you know, putting on your protection oil, putting on your firewall of protection. That's a layer of protection. That's one layer. You know, that's not an end all be all for the protection. All right, so then you have, let's say for instance, your railroad spikes, which is what you will use to nail down your property or your business to protect your home. Also protects it from, you know, law enforcement, so forth. That's a layer of protection. And even with that, you still need to anoint and put, you know, your intention and all of that into the practice when you're doing that. You know, anointing the railroad spikes with fiery wall of protection and nailing down your property, putting it in the corners, four corners of your home, of your property. That's a second layer of protection. You know, if you choose to take a candle, a lot of people use white for protection. Some people use black. You know, if you choose to take this and anoint it with protection oil or fiery wall of protection, you know, or whatever kind of protection that you use, that's another layer of protection. And this is not something that's going to be a one time, you're going to do it this week and you're going to be done with it. You need to constantly be working protection on you, protection on your family, protection on your home, protection on your business. Okay. You know, if you do a protection jar, that is another layer of protection as well. You know, if you use red brick dust in your home, or, you know, sprinkling it on your threshold, on your window sills, um, that's another layer of protection. Okay, so when I say layers of protection, that is what I mean by layers and layers of protection, not just burning a candle for protection and, you know, letting that be all that you do, or even just using the oil and letting that be all that you do. Okay, so I mean, we previously spoke on protection and different things you can do as far as protection. I did want to talk. I did say that I will give you guys something that you could do, you know, with stuff that you have in your house if you're not able. You know, a lot of people are going through tough times with everything that's going on. Like, this is regular old sea salt. Okay, and then you'll see sea salt, or you'll see salt in movies where they make circles of salt. You know, witches, whatever the case may be. But salt is also cleansing and protected. You can also use regular sea salt to take cleansing baths with it as well. But you can also use sea salt to as a protection for your home, as another layer of protection. You know, whether that's, you know, putting it at your window sills, sprinkling around your property, putting it under your door mat, so forth. Even taking salt water and, you know, making a cleanse for your house. You know, that's something that you can utilize as well. But I did want to talk about some other things that you can use. The first one I wanted to talk about is Four Thieves vinegar, and I made a post on Four Thieves vinegar. So the story or the legend behind Four Thieves vinegar is during the plague, Black Death, there were thieves who created this vinegar to protect themselves from the Black Death. One story says that these thieves used this vinegar to rob the ill and rob the sick, and they didn't catch the plague, or they didn't get affected by the Black Death because this vinegar protected them. Another story is thieves were caught, and their punishment was to bury the dead, which nobody wants to bury the dead, because you're burying the dead, you're going to catch whatever it is that they have. So that's another, you know, story or legend, is that they created this, and there were four thieves who contributed an ingredient, hence the name Four Thieves vinegar, and it protected them from the Black Death. Okay, so a lot of people will use this. This is used for protection against magical attacks. It's also used for protection against diseases and illness. So this is our mixture of the Four Thieves vinegar, and this is something that has to sit up for a while, sit up in a dark place. It's not something that you're going to make and be able to use tomorrow. So I don't recommend anyone with any products. We don't sell any kind of products for consumption, but a lot of people do use Four Thieves vinegar. They may take a teaspoon of it for personal protection, also to ward off any kind of illnesses. It's kind of an antiviral. They also may use it as a vinaigrette and sprinkle it over their salad. You can also use this as a wash throughout your home if you want to take it through, you know, wash your window sills, use it in a floor wash, or, you know, anoint your doorknobs of your house, so forth. Use it as a wash. That's also a good thing to use for protection as well. All right, so then I wanted to talk about Peace Water. All right, this is Peace Water, and you'll see it with 2 layers, blue layer of indigo. All right, so with the Peace Water, a lot of people use this. You can use it for protection, and also you can sprinkle this throughout your home. This is known to clear out negative energy in your home, influence a peaceful home, and invite good spirits in your home. It's also good to fight off sickness in the home as well, if you've had, you know, sickness in the home, and to protect from sickness. This mixture right here, you know, if you keep it in the bottle, a lot of people do use it as sprinkled throughout their home. It's said to confuse any kind of evil spirits. They get mesmerized by the mixture, the way that the oil and the water separates. Okay. And, you know, you'll also see, with a lot of people, you'll see blue as far as to trap any kind of negative spirits. And you'll see that with bottle trees, you know, a haint blue. And the haint blue is to deter any kind of negative spirit. So a lot of times when you'll see those bottle trees in people's yards, especially someone who is in the practice of hoodoo, and a lot of people do it that may not even practice hoodoo, but that is to trap evil spirits and keep them out of your home. So if you see those blue bottle trees, that is what that is for. All right, so then lastly, I wanted to talk about indigo water. Okay, so we'll probably be launching this on the site. I don't have this on the site yet. It's a lot of things that we use, even mixtures with protection herbs that we'll put throughout our home that we don't sell on the shop. But this is one of them. You know, we will release it, but I just don't have it on there right now. Maybe I'll get it loaded up later on tonight. But this is indigo water. And indigo water is used to rid a person or a place from cross conditions, negative energy. It's used to invoke positive energies in the home. You can put some of this indigo water into a clear glass and put it in your home to promote positive energies throughout your home. It's also used for cleansing and protection. You can spray this, spray your door down with this. You can spray it on your window sills. It's used to, like I say, to promote peaceful energy and positive energies throughout the home and rid the home of any kind of negative energies. All right, so that is it, guys. I just wanted to briefly come on here and, you know, just give you some different protection tips that we may not have talked about previously. And also just wanted to give, you know, just some words of encouragement. You know, protect your energy. If you need to take a detox from social media, you know, if it's too negative, or, you know, turn that TV off if it's, you know, too consuming and you feel like it's consuming your energy. Because a lot of people too, you will pick up on the traits and the energies of others, especially if you're an empath. So, you know, that's something to be cognizant of as well. Always protect your energy. But yeah, guys, if you need any kind of spiritual products, you can visit our Etsy shop. It is www.thirdgenerationconjure.store. You can also like us on Facebook at Third Generation Conjure, and follow us on Instagram. It's Third Generation Conjure, third_generation_conjure. And if you have any questions, just feel free to comment in the comments below and like and subscribe to this video. And if you need to reach out to me, you can reach out to me on the Etsy app or Instagram or Facebook. Until next time, bye-bye.